Hello, everybody, and we're back with some 1978 New York Yankee baseball. It's May 5th, 1978, and this is game two between the Texas Rangers and New York Yankees. Let's take a look at the visiting Rangers lineup. Leading off, playing first base, Mike Hargrove. Batting second, playing second, Bump Wills. Batting third, doing the DH is Al Oliver. Batting fourth, playing right field, Richie Zisk. Batting fifth, playing left field is Joe Lowenstein. Batting sixth, playing third base, Toby Harrah. Batting seventh and playing center field, Bobby Thomas. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Jim Sundberg. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, Bert Campaneris. And on the mound, doing the pitching is Jim UMBARGER. Let's take a look at the hometown New York Yankees starting lineup. We got leading off, playing center field, Mickey Rivers. Batting second, playing second, Willie Randolph. Batting third, doing the catching, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing left field, Lou Piniella. Batting sixth, playing first base, Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh, playing third base, Greg Nettles. Batting eighth, DHing is Cliff Johnson. Batting ninth, playing shortstop is Bucky Dent. And on the mound for the Yankees is Dick TIDROW. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium, get this game going. And as you can see, Texas is 8-13. Their batting average is .235, on base percentage .308, slugging percentage .334, and OPS .642. The Yankees are 17-6. Their batting average is .280, on base percentage of .338, slugging of .349, and OPS is .687. You got Mike Hargrove up. He's batting $1.95, no homers and no RBIs, going up against Dick TIDROW. This is his fifth start. He's 5-0 with an even 3 ERA as Ken Castro joins us here. And here's the pitch to Mike Hargrove. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. And Willie Randolph's going to make the catch. That'll be out number one. Let's hope this video goes better than the last one and we don't keep getting kicked off. Hargrove pops up the second. That brings up Bump Wills. Wills is batting .203 on the year, 2 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Chambliss. He's up with it, calls off TIDROW, takes it himself for out number one. And Al Oliver comes to the plate now. Oliver hitting .333, 4 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty, a sixth. And that's going to be a base hit down the third. Nettles can't make a play. He holds on to it. That'll be an infield hit as 007 joins us here. So Oliver's on with 2 outs. And Richie Zisk is up. And Zisk is batting .226, 1 homer and 9 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off of TIDROW with 2 outs. All of a sudden, he's in a mess here. And that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is going. Richie Zisk just hit a home run to give the Rangers a 2-0 lead, and all this with 2 outs. Up to the plate now is Joe Lowenstein. Lowenstein's only hitting .200, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be another base hit again with 2 outs. He can't get that elusive third out. That's going to be an infield hit. Slow roller down to Bucky. He fires over to first, but not in time. And John Lowenstein's aboard here, folks. That brings up Toby Harrah now. Runner on first, 2 outs. Toby's batting $1.59, no homers and 6 RBIs. And that'll end the inning. That'll be a ground ball down the third. And Nettles will fire across the diamond, but the 2-run homer by this gives the Rangers a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first with Rivers, Randolph, and Munson due up here. Mick is batting .257. He's got 2 homers, 15 RBIs going up against Jim Umbarger. And this is Umbarger's 3rd start, 4th game. He's 1-1 with a 3 ERA. See if Mick can get aboard here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Bump Wills has got it. Fires over to Hargrove for out number 1. Brings up Willie Randolph now. Can Willie get something started here with 1 out? Willie's batting .326, 1 homer and 9 RBI as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Jim gets it, fires over to first. 2 up and 2 down for the Yanks. So it's up to Thurman Munson to get something going here, trying to get some of them runs back in the top of the first. Munson's batting .304, 2 homers, 15 RBI. And that's going to be against a lefty. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Munson turns on that one, gets aboard here. That brings up Reggie Jackson. Jackson with 11 homers on this year, folks, already. Batting .322 and 26 RBIs. Can Reggie tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat? Here we go. Nope, that's going to be a comebacker to the mound. Matter of fact, that's a swing and a miss. Jim strikes him out. And Reggie goes back to the dugout, shaking his head, getting his glove. And the Yankees ran 1. It's 2-0. And here we go with this acting up again. And we got Bobby Thompson due up, followed by Sundberg and Campaneris. And Thomas is batting .438. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lewin left. He makes the catch for out number 1. As you see, Texas schedule coming up. They got 1 more game here against the Yankees. Then they play 2 games against Milwaukee, and then they go home and they'll play Baltimore. And that'll bring up Jim Sundberg. He's batting .366, no homers, and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That is TIDROW's first strikeout of the game. Down here. That's what happened in the first, and then the wheels started to fall off. He got the first 2 outs, and then 2 runs got scored. 3 hits in total. Let's see if he can get the elusive 3rd out here with Bert Campaneris. And Bert is batting .219 on the year. He's got no homers and 3 RBI. And that's going to be a comebacker. And Dick's up with it, fires over to Chambliss. That'll end the inning. Rangers go in order. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Piniella, Chambliss, and that'll and Lou's batting .288, 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks, and squares this up against Jim. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. So Lou with the stand-up double to start this inning. So Piniella in scoring position for Chris Chambliss and nobody out. And the Yankees get on the board here in the bottom of the second. Tying run comes to the plate in the form of Chris Chambliss. And Chambliss is batting .315. He's got 2 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll be out number 1. And Pinello will stay at second. Now it's up to Greg Nettles here with one out. Runner still in scoring position. See if Nettles can drive him in here. And Greg's batting .244. He's got 4 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. And that'll get the runner over to third. That'll be a pop-up down the third. So he doesn't get down the second. Down the third, rather. So it's up to old Cliff Johnson here. Can all Heat Cliff drive him in. He's off to a slow start this year. Johnson is. And it's up to Johnson's batting a .143. He's got a homer and 3 RBI. And that won't get the job done. That's a ground ball down the short. And Burt fires over to first. So the double goes for naught. And Yankees strand 1. To the top of the third we go. And top of the order is up with Hargrove, followed by Wills and on. And Hargrove popped up the second his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want here when you're already trailing by 2. Hargrove walks on down the first. And that brings up Bump Wills. And Wills, he grounded out to first his first time up. And not this time. He squares this one up against TIDROW. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That's a 2-run homer. And they just doubled the lead here. Double your pleasure. Double your fun. It's 4-0 Texas. Just like that. You go for balls by TIDROW. Makes it 4-0 Texas. Nobody out still here in the top of the third. And Al Oliver coming up. Oliver, he's won today. He singled and came around to score on the Zist home run. And that'll be a swing and a miss. So he bounces back from the home run, strikes out Oliver. And out comes Richie Zisk. And like I said, he hit a 2-run homer his first time up. And Zisk, here's the pitch. And that ball's tagged. Richie Zisk is having one hell of a game here off of Dick TIDROW. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. That'll be a 1-out double. And that brings up Joe John Lowenstein now with a runner in scoring position. First time up. Yankees looking to get out of this with only 2 runs scored, and that's a big swing and a miss. He strikes out Lowenstein. 2 outs now. And Toby Hara comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. This is still down there at second. Have a lot of speed. So I don't think a single is going to score him even with 2 outs. Hara is grounded out the third the first time up. And this ain't going to probably be no darn single. That's going to be against righty a 9. That is going to be a double in the left field. And that's going to make it 5-0. Just like that. Rangers up by 5 here in the third inning. TIDROW's having all kinds of problems with the big bombs. 2 home runs and a double. And that'll bring up Mr. Thompson 0 for 1 today. Flew out the left. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Runner still down there at second. It might be 6-0 in a blinking of an eye. And that is going to be 6-0. Another double in the left field. They got the bullpen up and going now. This game's getting out of hand quick. And now you got Jim Sundberg up, who's off to a hot start this year. Sundberg's batting .361. He's 0 for 1 today, though. He struck out his first time up. Not this time. That's another double, and that's going to be it for TIDROW. He's not even going to get out of this third inning. So TIDROW's out of the game. Let's see who we're going to bring in here. Got a righty, and then a lefty due up. And it looks like it's going to be Eastwick's going to come out of the bullpen to try to give the Yankees some innings here. This Dick TIDROW definitely didn't have it today, folks. Yankees early, but that's a lot of runs to try to get back. And still a runner down at second. And again, he can't get that third out. That's the sad part. Can't get the third out. Yeah, it was quick, wasn't it, Ken? Just blasting him. And Aaron Reed joins us here. The game's already kind of out of hand there. And it's 7-0 before you can even sit down in the seat. Yankees are on a 6-game winning streak. That looks like it's going to be snapped today. After being on a 5-game losing streak, they went on to win 6 in a row. Hopefully they don't start a losing streak here. So now you got the bottom part of the order. Burnt Campaneris up. He grounded out the pitcher his first time up. And that's going to be hit down to .20. That's going to be hit down to second. And Randolph. And that's going to be a nice play by Willie, we hope. And that's going to be a single in the center field. The runner will stop. Sundberg's not going to chance it. Willie couldn't get to it. Again, all this coming with 2 outs again. Mike Hargrove's up now, first and third, 2 outs. Can Eastwick get out of this mess? 5 runs have already scored in this inning. And it's 7-0 before the Yankees could get settled in. We're back to the top of the order. Hargrove has popped up the second and walked and came around the score. In this third inning, he's the 10th man to come to bat. And against the righty, that's going to be a 8 and then 8. And that's going to be a nice play out there in left field. Lou Piniella runs that one down, folks. Saves some runs there. Tip of the cap to Lou, but it's 7-0. 2 homers and 3 doubles in this game. And it's 7-0. We go to the bottom of the third, the bottom of the order. Dent, then back to Rivers and Randolph. Bucky is batting .286 on the year. Yankees need base runners in the worst way. And that's not how you get it. That's a fly ball out to center field. Bobby Thompson's got it. That'll be out number 1. Back to the top of the order and Mickey Rivers now. And Rivers is 0 for 1 today. Rivers grounded out second first time up, and he squares this one up, folks. And that's going to be a single in the right field and down by 7. Rivers would love to take off, but he's going to stay put. Now we got Willie Randolph up with 1 out and a runner down at first. Again, the Yankees need base runners. No use trying to steal here. And Willie, he's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. And that's going to be an infield hit. So all of a sudden, the Yankees are starting to make some noise of their own. It's a slow roller down the Burt. He fires over the first, but Randolph beats the throw. Now you got first and second for the captain, Thurman Munson. Munson with 1 swing of the bat can kind of make this a ball game here, folks. It'll make it 7-3, a 4-run game. Still early. Munson, he singled his first time up. And not this time. That ball's hit down at third. And the only play Toby's got is over the second. They fire over to first, but Munson beats the throw. Now there's 2 outs, runners on first and third for Reggie Jackson. Can Reggie get the Yankees on the scoreboard here, folks? Around the horn double play didn't happen, so it gives Reggie a chance. Reggie is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up, and that's going to be a base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with Jackson. So now the bases are loaded for Sweet Lou Piniella. And again, Lou can deliver here. He can get the Yankees back in this game in a heartbeat. So bases juice. Rivers at third, Munson at second, Jackson at first, Lou at the plate. He doubled his first time up. The Yankees will take that. And that's not going to be a double, but against the lefty rather, 4. And that's going to be a single in the center field. That'll score 2 runs. And Jackson will get down the third. Nice piece of hitting by Sweet Lou. And we got first and third, and the Yankees still. They spot UMBARGER to a 7-run lead. He just gave up 2 runs here. Chris Chambliss trying to make it worse. Can Chambliss deliver now? It's a 7-2 ball game. Chris popped up to second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Yankees scored 2, but they could have scored a lot more. Strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th. Of Wills due up, followed by Oliver and Zisk. Bump. He homered his last time up. He grounded out the first his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Eastwick gets him. That's Eastwick's first strikeout of the game. That brings up Al Oliver. He's 1 for 2 today. And he singled and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the nettles. What's that? He's an L. That should be a wild pitch 0, I would assume. Yeah. Well, give me 1 second here. First, we'll do the ground ball to third. Well, wait a second. There's a runner on first. So wait a second here. There's nobody out. 1 out. Ground ball down the third. Makes 2 outs. We got to change Eastwick. W. That should be a P there. It's like, what the heck's a W? So give me a second here. Save the game, do a little housekeeping. Hopefully this don't crash the goddamn thing like it's been doing. Go to Eastwick and okay, where's Eastwick at? So we got 2 outs, nobody on, and Zisk, who's homered in this game, grabs a bat and comes up to the plate. Of course, 2 outs hasn't been the Yankees' best friend in this game. A lot of runs have scored here with 2 outs. So here's the pitch to Zisk. He's doubled and homered. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 11, 8. And that ball's going to drop just in front of Lou out there in left field. And that'll be a base hit. And again, here we go. 2 outs. Zisk is aboard. John Lowenstein up now. Can the Yankees get this elusive out and give their bats a chance to get back in this game? Lowenstein's 1 for 2. He's walking, struck out. And that'll be a rare play, probably. A pitcher of a 2 and a 56. That'll be a rare play. We'll have to roll some dice here. 65 on a 39. The runner on it first. What did I say? A 65 on a 39. 39. That's a 29. Game interrupted 1.5 hours because of rain. We are not doing that, so that's just going to be ball 1. I don't play with rain and rainouts. It's already built into the schedule. So John Lowenstein with the 1 strike on him, and that's going to be strike 3. So he strikes Lowenstein out for the 2nd time today. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 7-2 Rangers. We got Nettles, Johnson, and Dent due up here. Nettles is 0 for 1. He popped up to his counterpart down at 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Nettles out for out number 1 here in the 4th. And Johnson finally gets something started here. He's 0 for 1 today. His average is a measly 140. He popped up the 3rd also. And that's going to be a base on balls. Yankees will take out walking a 140 hitter. And now Bucky Dent comes up to the plate with a runner down at 1st and 1 out, trailing by 5. The Yankees need base runners. They'll take walks all day if they can get them. And here comes Bucky. He flew out the left his first time up. And a 39 with a runner and a 1. And that's going to be another rare play. Have to roll the dice on a 39 and a 41. The runner down at 1st, 39 and a 41. And a 30. And let's count. Let's add this up here. What their team is. 4, 6, 15, 23, 26, 33, 34, 37, 38. They'll be fielding column number 2 rather. And if he's a BK0, then it turns into a wild pitch. He's a wild pitch of 0-1. Score is a full count. So it's a full count on Bucky Dent. The runner down at first. All that just to get a 3-2 pitch. So here's the 3-2 pitch to Bucky. And that's going to be another rare play. 32 with the pitcher. Let's see, a 1, a 32. Make sure. Yep, that's going to be another rare play. Determined to have a rare play here. A 41 with a runner on first and a 39. 41 and a 39. That'll be a 29. And 41 and a 39. And that's going to be a 30. And with the wild pitch and all that bullshit, we're going to say he walks Bucky. And we'll take it. Bucky trots on down the first, because if it was a pass ball or a wild pitch again, had to be ball 4. So Bucky's down at first. And Johnson's down at second with 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order. And he's walking himself into a damn mess here. See if Mickey Rivers can make him pay. Rivers is 1 for 2. Grounded out and singled and came around to score one of the runs. And that's going to be a foul ball back behind the plate. As Sports Time Machine Mike joins us, Sundberg makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Willie Randolph here, to trailing by 5. First and second and 2 outs now. Not a lot of speed on the pads, that's for sure. Willie is 1 for 2. He's grounded out and singled. And he gets a hold of this one. And against the lefty, that's going to be a single in the center field. And with 2 outs, even with his speed, Johnson's going to score, I would believe. Let's make sure he does. He's a terrible runner. To make sure he scores a 66 minus a 32 plus 4. He scores with no throw. And a 64, 32 plus 8. And Den will get down the third. So a nice piece of hitting here by Randolph. Gets the Yankees another run. And now it's first and third. Yankees are chipping away here in the last 2 innings. It's down to a 4-run ball game. One swing up out here by Thurman Munson can make it a 1-run ball game. Munson's 1 for 2 today. He singled his first time up. Can he come through again? Reached on a fielder's choice as the last time. And that ball is squared up. Thurman Munson trying to get the Yankees back in this game, folks. And that ball is blasted in the deep center field. Let's see, against a lefty. That's going to be a 1. Is he an L or an N? No, he's not too damn bad, or that would have been a 3-run homer. But that's going to clear the bases. A 2-run double by Munson, and we got us a ball game, folks. That was hit out there at the 400 mark. Munson Jackson up with 2 outs, and Munson lead has been knocked down to 7-5. Tying run at the plate, and Reggie. He has struck Reggie out, and he walked him the last time, and that's the question. Do you walk Reggie this time? They're going to pitch to him, the lefty-lefty matchup. Can Reggie deliver? And Randolph didn't score, so hold on a second. And we'll get Willie to score on that double. If he doesn't get Jackson, that'll be his last batter. We'll have a righty come in and pitch to Piniella. Double in the center field. And now, like I say, Jackson up with this happening with 2 outs. These teams can't get the last out of the inning, folks. So let's hope Jackson can deliver here. Like I say, he is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that ball is well hit. Reggie Jackson smoking hot this year. And that's going to be a drive into left field. And that's going to score Munson. And it's a 1-run ball game, folks. And that's going to be it for Jim UMBARGER. He can't get through the 4th inning. It's Piniella and try. And Doc Mendrick's going to come out of the pen. See if Doc can stop the bleeding here. It is now a 7-6 ball game. Being up 7-0. And Juju Pete's the ball is flying out of Yankee Stadium. Well, flying out to the outfield. Has him on UMBARGER. Still a runner down at second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, folks. This is Doc's 4th game. He's 1-1 with no saves with a 4 ERA. Lou is 2 for 2. He's doubled, 2 RBI, single, and a double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bobby Thompson. Now to win the inning, not until the Yankees score 4 and make this a 7-6 ball game. We get to the top of the 5th. We got Toby, Bobby Thompson, and Sundberg due up here for the Rangers as they got themselves into a dogfight now. Toby is 1 for 2. He's got a double, RBI double, and grounded out to third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Bucky Dent's got it. He fires over to Chambliss for out number 1. And now you got Bobby Thompson up now. Is 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And hopefully you can hear me now. So it looked like we lost the mic as Bobby Thompson just hit a home run in the dead center field to give the Rangers a 2-run lead. So they get one of those 4 runs back. Now there's 1 out and nobody on for Jim Sundberg. Sundberg is 1 for 2. He struck out and had an RBI double. And against the righty, that's going to make him a 10 on a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Mickey Rivers runs that one down. Nice play there. That could have been a base hit. Rivers steals that. So now there's 2 down, nobody on for Bert. And Bert, 2 today, hitting 227 on the year. See if the Yankees can get out of this inning with only 1 run scoring. And Bert has grounded out the pitcher and singled. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Bert's aboard here with 2 outs. And with a 2-run lead, Bert's going to take off and try to get in the scoring position here with 2 outs. It'll be a 4-28 and 54 lower. He's in there safely. And Thurman Munson guns him down, folks. Nice throw by Munson. Randolph applies the tag. And he's out of there. Hargrove goes. Wills. No, it was Bobby Thompson hit that home run. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Chambliss, Nettles, and Johnson. Chris is 0 for 2. Let's see what he can do against the Doc here. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 on a 34. 37 and a 34. And that's going to be a strike on him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Hargrove. He takes it himself. That'll be out number 1. Brings up Greg Nettles now. Yankees need some base runners, down by 2. And the home run gave the Rangers a little insurance. Nettles is now up. He's 0 for 2. He has popped up and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Zisk in right field. 2 quick outs here for the Rangers. And are we going to pitch hit for Cliff Johnson? That is the question. And Spencer's going to come off the bench. We are going to pitch hit for him. Jim Spencer comes off the bench. Johnson is 0 for 1 today. He did walk, came around to score his last time up. But Jim Spencer's coming off the bench. He'll stay in the game to DH. 2 outs and nobody on. And where's Johnson at? Looking for Spencer. There's Jim. All righty. So nobody on. 2 ounce. Spencer's batting 258 on the year. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. Let's see if Jim can get a 2-out rally started here, folks. And he sure can. He squares this one up. Can he take her deep and make it a 1-run ball game? And he does. That ball. Wait a second. He's a G. Against the righty. He's going to make him a 5. And that ball is still going. That ball was a no-doubter bouter up in the upper decks out there in right field. Jim Spencer comes back and makes this a 1-run ball game, folks. We go to Bucky Dent now. Still nobody on, 2 outs, but it's 8-7. Home run. And brings Bucky down up. He's 0 for 1. He did walk and came around to score his last time up. Flew out the center his other time. That's going to be a rare play. A 22 on a 39. 22 on a 39. That's going to be hit out the third. And we'll have to re-roll some dice. And that's going to be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a pop-up out in shallow left field. Toby makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch to rob Bucky of a base hit. But the Yankees score 1 on the Spencer homer. And it is now 8-7. And we got for the Rangers. And this will probably be Eastwick's last inning here. See if he can get us through the 6th. And Mike is 0 for 2. He's walked and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie and right for out number 1. And Bump Wills is up now. And Bump, he's 1 for 3. Alrighty, hopefully you got sound back now. ID Gesture joins us. Doing good. That'll be a double in the right field. Bump Wills is aboard here with 1 out. Trying to get Eastwick through this inning. So Will standing down at second with 1 out. And Al Oliver's up now. Oliver is 1 for 3. He singled, came around the score, struck out and grounded out. And against the righty, 7 and then 8. That's going to be a single in the center field. And Bump Wills' speed. He's going to come around the score. And that's going to make it a 2-run ball game again. And that might be for Easter. See if he can get a ground ball double play and get out of this mess. So this is 3 for 3. He's a doubled. He's homered, driven in 2 on the 2-run homer. So all he's looking for is a triple for the cycle here, folks. And that's not going to happen. That's going to be a comebacker. The East will get the runner out at second, throws down the second base, and dents down there. But now there's 2 outs. And do they take him out? Toby Hare is up next. They're going to let him pitch to Lowenstein with 2 outs now. Runner still down at first. See if Eastwick can get out of this inning here, folks. Lowenstein's 1 for 3. He singled, struck out twice. And that's going to be against a righty. 8. And that's going to be a single in the right field, thrown out here with 2 outs. And now you got the right-hander Toby Hare up. Then I got a switch hitter in Thomas. So first and second. 1 for 3 with an RBI in this game, folks. He has grounded out the third, grounded out the short as D. Scott Howard joins us. And that'll do it. That'll be a ground down to Chambliss. And he's going to get the out. And that'll end the inning. But as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Yankees will have Rivers, Randolph, and Munson due up here. And they're going to let Doc try to get through this 6th inning. He's got Mickey, who is 1 for 3 today. He is grounded out, popped up and singled, came around the door. That's going to be a grounder right back to Doc. He fires over to Hargrove for out number 1. And here comes Willie Randolph up now. Nobody on and 1 out. Willie's having a fine game today. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Can Willie get on board here and bring the tying run up to the plate? And Munson, the captain, he is grounded out to the pitcher, singled and drove in a run and came around the scores last time up as we dropped the dice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Burt at short. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. It's up to Thurman Munson to get on board here. Munson doubled his last time up. See if he can get on board here for Reggie Jackson. We'll have Reggie be the tying run. Like I say, he doubled in too the last time up, reached on a fielder's choice and singled. He's been on base all 3 times. And against the righty, 13 and 8. And that's going to be a nice play out there by Bobby Thompson. He just robs Munson of a base hit. That'll win the inning as we go to the top of the 7th. Let's see, he's going to come switch hitter. I think Ken Holtzman's going to come out of the pen here. Pitch to the switch hitter and then the righties. Clay pitched in the last game and got lit up. See if Clay's tired. If he's not tired, he'll come out of the pen. Clay's going to come out. See if he can do better in this game. Since you got the righties coming up after Thompson. But Ken Holtzman will throw in here. He'll be facing the bottom part of the order, Bobby Thompson. Bobby's batting .474 on the year, though. He's having a heck of a game, too. He's 2 for 3, a double, a homer, and 2 RBIs. This is King Clay's 7th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 5.23 ERA. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Jackson camps under it for out number 1. Now you got Jim Sundberg up. And Sundberg 1 for 3 with an RB5. Nobody on and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Jim. He is doubled, struck out, and flew out the center. And that's going to be against the righty. 7. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Or single in the left field. Sorry, a single in the left field. Sundberg pulls that one. In the left. And that brings up Bert Campaneris. The Yankees looking to turn 2 here. Batting .237 on the year. Like I say, the Yankees would like to see a ground ball double play. He's grounded out to the pitcher. He singled twice and got caught stealing one. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3, a big strikeout by Clay. Now there's 2 down. And Mike Hargrove's up. Bring Ken Holtzman in. They're going to let him try to get through this. Here's the pitch to Hargrove now. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts. Nice job by Ken Clay. Keeps it a 2-run ball game. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 9-7. Part of the lineup due up here for the Yankees. You got Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss. And that's going to be it for Doc. See who they're going to bring out here. Got a lefty, a righty, and a lefty due up. I think they're going to bring Lindy up. Who later on will get traded to the Yankees. This is Lindy's first appearance of the season, folks. Like I say, he's going to face Reggie Jackson, Lou Piniella, and Chris Chambliss as Philip Reynolds joins us here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Reggie out for out number 1. And up to the plate Now steps Sweet Lou Piniella. Yankees need a base runner here. They're down by 2. Keep this nice performance up here today. He's double drove in 2 and singled and flew out the center. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. Lou goes the other way with it and gets on base. So now the tying run comes to the plate in form of Chris is 0 for 3. So he is due, folks. So hopefully Chambliss can do something here with Piniella down at first. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Striking out Reggie. Now Chambliss, can he tie this ball game up? He's popped up the second. He struck out and grounded out the first. And against the lefty, that'll be a 9. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So now we got first and second. As Lou's going to stop at second. His run is important. Don't need to get thrown out at third. That brings Greg Nettles up now. So the tying runs is on the base. Greg Nettles. His old Lindy's having trouble here after striking out Jackson. And Lou is on second. Chambliss at first. Greg Nettles 0 for 3. He's popped up, struck out, and flew out the right. Can he tie this game up? And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Jim Sunberg throws the mask off, makes the catch. And that's a big second out. So it's up to Jim Spencer. He came off the bench and hit a pitch hit home run back in the 5th. Can he do it again here, folks, and give the Yankees a 10-9 lead? He's 1 for 1 today with that pitch hit homer. And nope. That's going to be popped up down the third. Toby Strand, too. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still 9-7. Oliver and this do up here, trying to keep this a 2-run ball game. Give the Yankees a chance in the 8th and 9th. Bump Wills is 2 for 4. He's doubled and homered. 2 RBIs on the game. He struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Wills out. Big first out. Yeah, exactly. Not to be confused with Jimmy Spencer's, right? Or the TV show Spencer for Hire. Now we got Al Oliver up. He's having a fine game. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. He has singled, struck out, grounded out, and singled his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. Make him a 4. That's going to be an infield hit. So on base here with the throw down the first from Bucky Dent. That brings up Zisk. And Zisk is 3 for 4 with a homer and 2 double play here, folks. Give the Yankees a chance here in the 9th, 8th, and 9th. And Zisk is 3 for 4. He's doubled and homered, drove in 2, and reached on a fielder's choice his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is his 4th strikeout of the game by Clay. And that brings up John Lowenstein now with 2 outs and a runner down at first. And here's the pitch to Lowenstein. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts by Clay, his 5th strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Dent then back to the top of the order, and Rivers and Randolph. Here, that is the question. They're going to try to get him through the 8th inning here. So Bucky Dent's up. He's 0 for 2. He's walked and came around to score. Flew out the center and popped up the 3rd. And that ball is driven in the nice play by Toby Hara. He stops that from going in the left field, but he has no play. That'll be an infield hit. So Bucky's aboard here with nobody out, and Mickey Rivers is up. Going here. The bullpen's getting up. And he got Mr. Cleveland up. Reggie Cleveland's up in the bullpen. If anybody reaches second base, that'll probably be it for Lindy. Mickey is 1 for 4. He's grounded out, singled, came around the score, flew out the left and grounded out to the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And see if they can turn 2. Nah, that's going to be a swing and a nope. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He throws over to second. Burt fields it, fires over to first, but they won't turn 2. It's River throw out. Now they're, like I say, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Yankees would love to see Willie get on base here and bring the go-ahead run up in the form of Thurman Munson. He has singled twice, grounded out the first and the short. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Lowenstein's got it. Now there's 2 outs. It's up to Thurman Munson. 1 swing and a bat. He could tie this game up, though. Pitch to Munson. That is the question. We're going to let Lindy try to get out of this inning and then bring Cleveland in the top of the 9th. Thurman's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 4 with a single, reached on a fielder's choice, a 2 RBI double, and flew out the center. And that's going to be a 36. And he's going to have a wild pitch. That's going to put the runner down at second now. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Rivers run ball game and bring all righty, as Thurman Munson walks, that brings up Reggie Jackson. Jackson is 1 for 3. He has struck out, walked, had an RBI double, and struck out again. Can Reggie, the straw that stirs the drink, 1 swing and a bat could give the Yankees the lead here, folks. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes to Reggie. And that ball is launched, folks. How far is it going to go? And Reggie launches this ball into orbit. The Yankees have fought their way back from a 7-0 deficit to take a 10-9 lead. Reggie Jackson with his 12th home run of the year, folks. That was a no deck. That's going to be it away. So Cleveland will come in here, try to get Lou out. It's nobody on for Sweet Lou Piniella. Never thought the Yankees would be able to come back and get the lead here, as you got Sparky Lau warming up in the bullpen. You got a righty and a switch hitter pitched. So we might go with Sparky here. Well, look, we got both of them warming up. So Sweet Lou's up. He's 3 for 4. He has doubled. Had an RBI, 2 RBI, single, flew out to right, and singled his last time up. The third, Toby Harris got it. Fires over the first. That'll end the inning, but the 3-run homer by Reggie Jackson makes this a 10-9 ball game. The Yankees going to bring in this game. So it's either going to be Sparky Lau or Goose is going to come in the pitch. Paul Blair's going to come out and play right field. Reggie Jackson, because Reggie has screwed the pooch a few times. And Billy Martin's tired of that horse shit out of the game here. So first, let's figure out who's going to pitch the top of the 9th here. I know Sparky's well rested. That's who I'm kind of leaning towards. You got the righty, a switch hitter, then 2 righties though. Matchup wise tells you to go with Goose. And let's see here. And we're going to go with Goose. Back-to-back games. That's been 2 or 3 days before that he pitched to come in. Sparky will be warming up in the bullpen because they got some lefties and switch hitters come. And like I say, Paul Blair's going to come in and play right field for Reggie. I was going to be a prick and let Reggie go out on the field and then take him out just to humiliate him, but he did just hit a 3-run homer. So we'll take him out here. Bring Paul Blair in. Go bat in 4th spot here and play right field. We want to put him in right field. Put him in center field. See here. Did Lou play any right field? Let's see here in 78. Did he play right field any? Yeah, that's what we can do. We can really shore up this defense. We can bring Rory White in. play center field. I mean, play left field. And move Lou over to right field. Get rid of Mickey out there in center. And he'll play left. A lot of wheeling and dealing going on here, folks. All righty, I think we got everything straight now. So Roy White will come in and play center field. We'll play left field, rather. Pinello will go over to right field, and Blair will go in the center field. And Goose Scossy to come in and try to pick up the save. Six, 7, and 8 hitters here. This is Goose's 9th appearance. He's 1-0 with 6 saves on the year. And Toby Harris 1 for 4 with a RBI double. He's grounded out the third, short, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's not what you want. That's going to be a base on balls. And the tying runs down at first. And Bobby Thompson, who's already homered in this game, comes up, folks. So the Goose walks his first batter, trying to make this interesting. Yankees are hopefully get a double play here. Ground ball, erase that tying run on the bases. The go-ahead runs at the plate. Like I say, Bobby's 2 for 4. He's flown out the left, had an RBI double, an RBI home run, and flew out the right. And against the righty, a 19 and a 9. And that's going to be a infield hit. And just like that, the Goose is in a hell of a mess here, folks. First 2 batters are aboard. Jim Sundberg, who could hit into a double play with catcher's speed, first and second. Go ahead, run it first, and an insurance run at the plate. Kicking this easy, that's for sure. And Jim is 2 for 4. He struck out, had a RBI double, flew out the center and singled his last time up. And that's just what the doctor ordered, we hope. That's a ground ball down the Nettles, a 51 and a 5. See if Nettles can turn the double play around the horn here. And he does. He steps on third. Fires that ball over to first, I believe. Let's look here. Yep. Nettles steps on third and fires it over to first for the double play. So now you got a runner down at second and 2 outs. And a tip of the cat by Greg Nettles. And is up. Bert's having a good game. He's 2 for 4. He is grounded out to the pitcher, singled twice, then struck out. Here's the pitch from Goose. And that's going to end the game. That's a lazy fly ball out the right field. And what a game, folks. Who would have thought back in the third inning when it was 7-0, the Yankees would win this game? take a look here at the box score and give the Rangers some credit here, folks, with coming back, making this game real interesting here in the ninth. Take a look at the box score. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. He tried to fuck this game up, didn't he? Was getting ready to bring Sparky in if Campy would have got on base with the lefties coming up. And let's give it credit, this game didn't crash today. Rangers 9 runs on 18 hits, out hit the Yankees. But the Yankees, where it counts, 10 runs on 13 hits. Look at that middle of the lineup for the Rangers. Wills 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Oliver 3 for 5 and an RBI. Richie Zisk 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. You had Bump, Will, Zisk, and Thompson. Don't forget Thompson, 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, 3 for 5 rather with 2 RBIs. The Rangers were 5 for 10 with scoring, with runners in scoring position. They left 9 men on base, folks, and hit into that big double play Sundberg did. That was a killer. And the Yankees harder to line up. Look at that. Randolph, Munson, and Jackson. Willie 2 for 5. Thurman 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Reggie Jackson, the man, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a 3-run homer to give the Yankees the lead. Jackson and Spencer with homers. The Yankees were 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on base. UMBARGER gets spotted to a 7-run lead and blows it. Gives up 6 runs in 3 2/3 inning, 8 hits, walked 3, struck out 3, gets a no decision. Doc Murdock comes in, pitches 2 1/3, gives up a hit, a run, and a homer. Lyndon Bland comes in, picks up the loss, pitches an inning and 2/3, gives up the homer to Reggie, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. Cleveland comes in, gets the last out. And Dick Tidrow only goes 2 2/3 with a no decision. He was terrible. Never write off the Yankees. No, that's for sure. I did, though. I will admit, I thought this game was over. Tidrow, 8 hits, 7 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, gave up 2 home runs. Eastwick comes in, pitches 3 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. And Ken Clay kind of got in a mess, but he picks up his second win. Didn't give up any runs. 2 innings, 2 hits, and struck out 5. Some big strikeouts there. Goose comes in, not a Purdy save. Picks up his 7th save, 1 hit, and walks 1. Didn't strike out a soul, but got the ground ball double play. Nice play by Greg Nettles. Goes to his right, steps on the bag, and fires over the first to double up Sundberg. Let's do some fast play here. Got the Twins and the Orioles. See what happens down the road here from me in Baltimore. And the Orioles win big. The Twins 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. The Orioles 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. And you got the Red Sox taking on the White Sox taking on the Red Sox in Boston. The battle of the Sox. Let's see who wins, white or red. And the White Sox shut out the Red Sox. 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Red Sox, no runs. They had 11 hits. And that game must have been a tied game going into the 9th inning. Let's look at this box score. The White Sox must have scored 4 runs in the top of the 10th, folks. Top of the 14th. Shutout through 13 innings. Let's take a look at this scorecard in the 14th. So it started off with a fly ball to left, a single, an error, a single, an RBI double, a 2 RBI double. Wait a second here. Start off with a triple, a walk, fly out the left, a single, an error, a single, a double, then a ground ball. 4 runs after a shutout. See who the losing pitcher was here for the Red Sox. And Drago picks up the loss. An inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, and walked 1. Hinton gets the win, goes an inning and a third, 2 hits, struck out 1. Crazy game there. And this is a first game of a doubleheader. See what happens here in game number 2 in Boston. And the Red Sox bounce back and split the doubleheader. The White Sox 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Red Sox 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. As Jim Rice has a hell of a game. 3 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Now we fly out to California to watch the Indians take on the Angels. And the Tribe scouts the Angels. 7 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Angels, no runs, 4 hits, and an error. And you got Kansas City going to Milwaukee to take on the Brew Crew. And the Brewers win. Let's see what the Stars for here. A walk-off win by the Brewers. Bahar runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Brewers 5 runs, 10 hits, and an error. Let's see what inning they walked it off on. And how they walked it off. In the 11th, after giving up a run in the 11th, they scored 2 in the bottom of the 11th. And it was a 2 RBI single that did it in. Then you got the Tigers traveling out to Oakland to take on the A's. And the A's win. Tigers 3 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. And the A's 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. And the last game in the American League on the 6th is the Blue Jays and Mariners. And the Blue Jays win a close one. Wild game as Jones for the Mariners hit a grand slam in a losing cause. The Blue Jays 9 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Mariners 8 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And Org 1 for 1 must have had a 3 RBI. Let's see what he did to get player of the game. Must have been a pitch hit walk off or top of the inning walk. Scored 3 runs in the 9th. Let's see how they did it here. It was a 3 RBI triple to win the game in the top of the 9th. Let's take a look here at the standings and the leaders. And the Red Sox move into second place. They're 3 games behind the Yankees. Tigers now are 4 games back in third. Brewers are 5 games back. The Blue Jays are 6.5 games back. Baltimore is 8 games back, and the Indians are 10.5 games back. Yankees have won 7 in a row, and the Brew Crew's won 5 in a row. And you got the Minnesota Twins, they're 5.5 games up on the A's. White Sox are 6 games back. Kansas City 8 games back. They're on a 6-game losing streak. The Angels are 8.5 games back. The Rangers now are on a 4-game losing streak. They're 9 games back. The Mariners are 10 games back. And Ralph Garr now leading the American League with a 400 batting average. Reggie with his 12 home runs and 30 RBIs leading the American League and the majors. Louis Tiant with that 0.33 average. Still got 2 pitchers with 5 wins. Goose now up with 7 saves. Got Reggie leading in the MVP voting and Paul Splitoff leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Aaron Reed, Philip Reynolds, ID Gesture, Sports Time Machine Mike, and Ken Castro and 007 for joining us here today. Check out 007, Sports Time Machine, ID Gesture, and Philip Reynolds and Aaron Reed's channel, folks. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell and hit that like button on your way out of Yankee Stadium. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.